and I'm going to try to make it through this without being too emotional. I went to Virginia Tech, and Virginia Tech has this motto, invent the future, which is a beautiful thing, but when I started to think about it, it's kind of a weak and vague statement, because no matter what we do, we're going to invent the future. The question is, are we going to invent the right future? See, so this poem is about that, and it's about this idea that, we're making history one way or another. It doesn't really matter what happens. So it's about that idea, and about the idea of interdependence. And interdependence means we're all interwoven and connected in this web of life. So this piece is called Inception. It takes time to understand the sickness, the twistedness, the trickiness, the beauty and joy of existence amidst that journey of family and time, the crimes and signs, reasons and rhymes, that pooling together of that which is now behind, that journey of our ancestors that has brought us to you, and yes, caught us too in this web, the steps that crept and wept and swept everything it took, like tears of a raging river collected and wept unto, from a tiny brook the oceans too will look. It's hard to see it all chasing likes on Facebook. You can't give back what you took, so don't overlook what's in front of you, or go up in smoke. To be blunt, or to see greed is sometimes hunting you. Survival of the fittest. Who amongst us is the chosen few? Who amongst us is the... I see through the reflection and catch a clue. When things fall apart, we gotta be the glue. That's the art to seeing this through. Keep it real like a wolf. Why you acting shih tzu? Live life doing what you gotta do. It's not always about the look. You gotta follow through. Climb to the peak. You just got a valley view. It's not always about that look. You gotta follow through. Climb to the peak. You just gotta... It's hard to see it all. You gotta climb higher still. Get a higher point of view. Now let's really keep it real. Don't get locked inside your little bubble. We got pictures of space. They call it Hubble. To help you expand your view, and who knew? We don't have to just make do. We see where we need to go, so now we're gonna break on through to the other side like the doors. If the future's in our hands, why are we checking it off like chores? It's time to set it off, ask for more. The people can restore. We're weak alone, yet united we roar. We all got something inside we fight for. That spark ignited, we light up our core. And when our light shines, we light up even more. Dedication, you can be what you want to be. We're spreading like wildfires of positivity. Interdependence is no mystery, it's all connected. It's not hard to see we're in this together no matter the weather. Every one of us, every one of us, every one of us is weak alone, yet united we roar. We all got something inside we fight for. The spark ignited, we light up our core. And when our light shines, we light up even more. Dedication, you can be what you want to be. Yes, we're spreading like wildfires of positivity. Interdependence is no mystery, it's all connected. It's not hard to see we're in this together no matter the weather. Every one of us, best believe. And after watching the sunrise over mountain wilderness about 500 times, I confess, it's taken about that long to process an ounce of wisdom in this epic game of chess. I see how little I know, but that makes me want to grow. If you hunger and thirst for righteousness, you shall be filled. You reap what you sow. Like curiosity is the appetizer, the fertilizer. To see it takes years to rise up, branch out, and grow wiser. That's why we keep it going and going like Energizer as the world turns. This day is just one step on your earthly tour. Look at the world, it'll begin to make sense and unfurl. Like offense wins games, defense wins championships. So plan ahead and play your cards right. And one day, we just might have a world that's just a little bit more than just a little bit alright. All right, boys, don't get down. Man up and face your fears. Before you counting down the years, my women too. Inside you is the womb. Your body is a temple. Poisons have no room. The essence of tomorrow, we need joy, not doom and gloom. You don't know what people don't know, so you can't assume. I've been on both sides, watching thousands of wildflowers bloom. And in the same spot, watch bombs mushroom. I've seen enough joy in death for 10 lifetimes, but I'm not calling out. This is not a lifeline. It's not you do you and I'm gonna do mine. That's the old mindset that got us behind. They say if you really search, you're bound to find. But sometimes what you see doesn't quite match up with your mind. That's right, there are no limits like mystical. Look at the world, not the gimmicks, trapped with the egotistical. Find truth all around you, I believe we're gonna make it through. But it's gonna be the hardest thing that we may ever have to do. And yes, that's when warriors rise. That's when heroes blaze. That's when we arise to our own amaze. We catch the craze of a moment in time, and with it we paint a blinding line. We're making history one way or another. We're making history one way or another. It's time.